Hey guys, before we begin today's video, I just want to let you know that Prisman has released a brand new code. That is right, you guys can go ahead and redeem this code right now for a free knife. Now, this code in particular can only be scanned through the Portals app. It's another QR code. It can be scanned through the Portals app. To my knowledge, it has unlimited redeems, so, don't worry about being the first to get this thing. But you're probably going to want to scan it sooner rather than later because it's probably going to expire at some point. So yeah, this QR code will actually give you a brand new Halloween common, the Slime Eye. It looks pretty cool. This thing is completely tradable both in the game and in the app, so that is pretty cool as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the QR code up on screen. 3, 2, 1, boom. There is the QR code. You will get a free common by scanning this code. In other news, I now have the ability to make my own Mystic Slugger QR codes. Prisman no longer has to give them to me, so I'll be able to make a lot more QR codes in the future. So stay tuned for those as well, but just wanted to give you guys the QR code for this common knife. Again, there should be unlimited redeems, so if you're watching this video a little bit late, don't worry, but you should redeem it pretty soon before it expires. Anyway, yeah, let's begin with today's video. How is it going, Data Bytes? Is No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. We are here once again on the Assassin 2020 Halloween event, and today is the day. All of the previous episodes on the Halloween event have led up to this very moment. Today on the Assassin Halloween event, we are finally going to be crafting the brand new dream knife, the Twisted. This is a brand new Halloween dream knife, and we are going to need every single knife from the previous episodes in order to craft this dream knife. This is going to be absolutely insane. So we are going to be crafting this brand new knife. We are going to talk about its current and future value, and I'm going to give my opinion on whether or not this thing is actually worth crafting. If you guys are excited for this episode of Assassin, then be sure to drop a like on this video. It helps out a whole lot, and comment down below Twisted. And also guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Assassin videos and giveaways in the future. No Data merch link in the description, and don't forget to use star code purple when buying Roblox and Roblox Premium. It really helps me out to continue making these videos. So without further ado, let's get started with crafting this thing. Now again, in order to craft the Twisted, we are going to need every single knife that we have collected in the previous Halloween videos. Except the hex scythe, I guess, but whatever. We are going to need the pumpkin dagger from the pumpkin case, the bat wing from the coffin case, the chainsaw from the coffin case, the Black Widow mythic from the coffin case, the Larry exotic from the Halloween arena, and last but not least, we also need the 1,000 point prize for this competitive season. We need the tooth exotic. And there we go, guys. We're able to craft the brand new Halloween dream knife, the Twisted. So yeah, we got pumpkin dagger, batwing, chainsaw, Black Widow, Larry, and tooth, and we are going to craft the Twisted. This is going to be absolutely insane, but let's go ahead and craft this thing. 3, 2, 1, boom. There we go, guys. We finally crafted the Twisted dream knife. There it is, guys. Let's go ahead and claim it, and let's try this thing out. Halloween 2020 Twisted. And with this dream knife, we officially have all of the Halloween 2020 knives. But let's go ahead and try this thing out in battle. Let's turn off AFK and let's see what this thing looks like. All right, so here it is, guys, the Twisted dream knife. This is a brand new Halloween dream knife that you can craft with Black Widow, pumpkin dagger, batwing, chainsaw, tooth, and Larry. This is a pretty cool knife. It is a relatively simple black blade. You can see it right here. The handle is made of wood, so I'm kind of wondering if this is like Oaken Enforcer, where, this is wood and this is like a leaf. I don't really see this as a leaf, though. I think it's, kind of just like a metal knife or something. But yeah, guys, this is a pretty cool knife. We got that wooden handle. We got the black part of the knife. It's really curvy, which is pretty cool. It makes it look really dark and edgy and obviously twisted. Obviously, if you're going to call a knife twisted, it's going to have a lot of twists and turns to it. You can see just by the curvy design that, there's a lot of twists in the knife. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Now, as you guys know, every single dream knife of the game has an effect of its own, and the Twisted is obviously no exception. You can see that at the blade, there are some dark clouds around the knife. This is probably my favorite part of the knife. The effect looks really, really cool. It really makes the Twisted that much more edgy to just have a pitch black effect. Just pitch black clouds around the knife just makes it look a lot better. Ooh, this dude also has the Twisted as well, but unfortunately I murdered his face. Ooh, and I actually have enough candies for the battle arena. You know what? Why not? Let's do a battle arena. And in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and play this round of classic. Ghost King, I have to kill you. Okay, he just stabbed my face. Rest in peace. All right, so let's see if we can get a win in the battle arena with a brand new Twisted Dream Knife. There's only 5 people here, so that's something. I don't really know if we're gonna win or not, but we're about to find out. I'm not really gonna camp or anything. Not really gonna try super hard. I'm just gonna play the game and see what happens and see if we win or lose. So, all right, I'm gonna chill here for a bit. Oh, hello. All right, you're a wrong player. Get away, get away, get away. I think that's my target. I think that's my target. Yeah, that's my target. All right, I'm gonna have to kill you, good sir. Got him. All right, grab that. Hi. I didn't see you there. I did not see you there. Okay, get away, get away, get away. We're good. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. All right, gonna go ahead and kill you real quick. Why did that not hit you? All right, that hit you. Boom, got him. Boom, got a stab on him. So there we go. We got a arena victory with the brand new Dream Knife. Let's see what we get. We are probably gonna get a common. Ooh, we're gonna get a rare. All right, we're switching it up a bit. Gonna get a rare from the case. So that's always nice. This knife just looks really, really cool. It's kind of simplistic, but honestly, it looks fine that way, especially with the effect. The effect just looks really cool. I think it's the effect that really does it. But yeah, guys, let's talk about the value of the Twisted Dream Knife. What is this knife going to be worth? Because when it comes to limited crafting recipes, there's always a lot of debate about the value of that recipe. So I believe the initial value of Twisted, when it first came out, I believe Twisted was worth about 40 exotics, which is honestly a lot. That's almost equal to like Dreamwalker, dude. That's like equal to Dreamwalker. That's kind of crazy. That was when it was brand new and really nobody crafted it except for like a couple people. Now it has gone down to 30 cents, and the reason for that is, you know, more people have crafted it and the demand for it has definitely gone down because it's not as new. I mean, it's still a very new knife. It's just not as new as when the event first came out. I mean, it's been out for like almost 2 weeks now, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. This event is almost over. But yeah, honestly, 30 exotics is still a lot. That's only a little under knives like Neptune and Holiday Blade, which are still really good knives. And 30 exotics is still better than knives like Possessed Axe, Flame Mace, Bat Scythe, and those are really good, like, old exotics, you know? Now, guys, do keep in mind that the value of Twisted could go down even more. However, again, there's not a lot of time left in this event. I don't know exactly when this event ends. I feel like the guess is probably November 2nd, because that's when the competitive season ends. You know, competitive season ends November 2nd, and then the tooth is going to be completely unobtainable. So I'd imagine the entire Halloween event is going to be gone after that as well. Again, I guess the only exception would be the Hexite. That seems to go on sale for a lot longer. That's probably going to be on sale longer than the Halloween event's going to last. But again, I don't really know. I'm not a developer, but that's kind of my guess as to when the event will actually end. November 2nd is my guess. That being said, the Twisted can definitely go down in demand and value over time if more people craft it. But overall, I do think it's going to be a pretty good knife. Again, hopefully it doesn't go below 20 or 25. That's still a very good knife if it's worth 20 by the end of the event. And guys, do keep in mind that once the Halloween event is over, this Twisted Dream Knife is going to be completely unobtainable, and then it's going to start slowly but surely going up in the future. So even if it does go down to like 20, that's still pretty good because it's still gonna keep going up like years to come. But now we come to the age-old question. Is it worth it to craft the Twisted? Because as you guys know, sometimes it's not always worth it to craft a craftable knife in an event. The age-old example is Holiday Saber and Krampus. If you remember that event, you would actually use the Holiday Saber to craft a Krampus. You would use Holiday Saber and coal. Where is coal? Right here. You would use Holiday Saber and coal to craft the Krampus. But now, ironically, the Holiday Saber is actually better than the Krampus. It's more valuable than Krampus. So that is a pretty good example of how it's not always a good idea to craft knives. Another good example is Hearth and Northern Star. If you guys remember, for the Christmas 2018 event, you would use Super Freeze, Anguish, and Ultraviolet to craft the Hearth Mythic. and then you could take Hearth and put in a soul to craft a Northern Star. So yeah, you actually used Hearth to craft a Northern Star, but needless to say, Hearth is a lot better than Northern Star. Northern Star, I think, is around 28 exotics in value at the time of this recording, and Hearth is like 100 plus. But at the same time, Hearth is way better than Super Freeze, Anguish, and Ultraviolet combined. So it was worth it to craft Hearth, it just wasn't worth it to craft Northern Star. So sometimes it is still worth it to craft an event knife, just not always. So that kind of begs the question, is it worth it to craft the Twisted? Well, first of all, let's put down a definition here. In order for it to be worth it to craft Twisted, that would mean that Twisted would have to be worth more than all of these knives combined. Now, a bit of a warning, we're gonna enter first grade math territory, so do be careful. If you are not good at math, you're just gonna have to shield your eyes, dude. I hate math. I honestly hate math, but we have to do it. I am personally terrified of what we're about to do. Like, first grade math, I can't do it, dude. But I'm gonna face my fears so I can tell you guys if it's worth it to craft a Twisted or not. So again, in order for it to be worth it to craft a Twisted, it would have to be worth more than all of these knives combined. So we're going to go ahead and add up all of these knives. So let's go ahead and review the values real quick. At the time of this recording, the Black Widow is currently worth 4 exotics. Larry, Batwing, Chainsaw, and Pumpkin Dagger are all worth 2 exotics each, and the Tooth exotic is currently worth 15. So that's 15 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and that actually adds up to 27 exotics total. Now, the Twisted Dream Knife is currently worth 30 exotics. So when you're crafting the Twisted, you're basically giving up 27 exotics and getting 30 in return. So that is actually 3 exotics profit. So at the time of this recording, yes, it is currently worth it to craft the Twisted. Now the question is that gonna last forever? Because during the event, Northern Star was definitely better than Hearth, but Hearth kind of just skyrocketed over time. So yeah, you can never really tell if it's worth crafting something or not until the end of the event. So that kind of makes it really tricky. So whether or not a craftable knife is worth crafting, I think it comes down to how many people actually craft the craftable knife. So I think when it comes to Twisted, I think it's going to come down to how many people are actually going to craft it. So how many people are going to craft the Twisted? Well, that actually kind of depends on the community's opinion of the knife. So now we enter a very dangerous territory, and the reason for that is sometimes I tend to change public opinion about a knife. Like, sometimes I'll say something about a knife and then the opinion will change to agree with me. So now we're kind of entering a bit of a paradox, because if I say it's worth crafting, then it won't be worth crafting. But if I say that it won't be worth crafting, then it probably will be worth crafting. So yeah, now we kind of enter a weird paradox where I'm always wrong. But now, because I said I'm always wrong, then that would mean I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, which means that I'm right. You know how this gets confusing? So that's kind of just the curse of being an internet funny man, is, you know, you tend to enter a lot of space-time paradoxes. So when I'm talking about this, you know, don't take my opinion as facts, because if you do, it'll probably be wrong. So typically, you know, I've been in quite a few events for a while. I tend to find that when a crafting recipe is very easy to craft, then it's typically not worth it to craft the knife. Again, let's go back to Holiday Saber and Krampus as an example, as well as Hearth and Northern Star. Now, remember, the Holiday Saber was an unboxable exotic in the Elite case, so it was pretty difficult to get. But let's be honest, it's pretty easy to craft the Krampus once you had a Holiday Saber. Obviously, you know, getting the Holiday Saber was the difficult part, but once you got the Holiday Saber, you could easily craft the Krampus. And the reason for that is Cole was a code knife. So literally all you had to do was type in a code and boom, you could craft a Krampus. So yeah, we can kind of agree that the Krampus was pretty easy to craft. Holiday Saber, definitely difficult to get, but once you got the Holiday Saber, getting Krampus was ridiculously easy. If we take a look at Grim Scythe, you know, Grim Scythe was definitely worth it to craft. I mean, I haven't really looked at the math in a while, but I'm pretty sure it was worth crafting, and the reason for that is you needed pretty much all the Halloween knives. I think you need a Nightmare, Bone Scythe, and like a Haunted Rare. So I guess you didn't need Vampire or anything, but typically that was pretty hard to craft because you needed multiple exotics, right? And for the Hearth, you also needed multiple exotics. You needed Super Freeze, Anguish, and Ultraviolet. So that was a lot of exotics to get the Hearth. And once you got the Hearth, it was actually pretty easy to get the Northern Star. All you needed was a Soul. Now, Soul is a pretty good knife nowadays, but if you got Super Freeze, Anguish, and Ultraviolet, chances are you had a Soul. So once you got the Hearth, it was pretty easy to craft. You know, really all you needed was one more Christmas exotic, and you needed 3 just to get the Hearth to begin with, so it wasn't that bad. Now we take a look at the Twisted. This knife is really hard to craft, actually. This is really difficult to craft. You need nearly every single Halloween knife in order to craft this dream. And also, looking at the current community opinion, I think that most people believe that it's actually not worth it to craft the Twisted. I actually don't think a lot of people have crafted this at the moment, and not to mention, it's really difficult to craft. You need nearly every knife. So in my personal opinion, and again, don't take it as fact because it's probably going to be wrong because I'm saying this, I would say that it's actually worth it to craft the Twisted. Not a lot of people are crafting it from what I can tell. It's very hard to craft. You need a lot of exotics in order to actually get the chance to do it. And even if you have the chance, not a lot of people are doing it. Again, I could still be very wrong, but that's my personal opinion on it. I've thought about it long and hard. I do think this is actually worth crafting, but it is kind of dicey because you also have things like Larry and Tooth where you can only get 1 per account. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to be worth it to craft the Twisted, or should you hold on to your other Halloween exotics? Let me know what you guys think, because again, this really depends on community opinion. If a bunch of people start crafting Twisted, it's just not going to be worth crafting. That's just how it works. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for the Halloween 2020 event for Assassin. We have done everything. That is it. We have completed the entire event. We have collected every single exotic, mythic, and dream that this event has to offer. We have done absolutely everything. Overall, I would say this was a really good event. We have an awesome new lobby, a really cool new map. It's really nice and open. I think it's a really good map for competitive play. I hope it stays in the game, honestly. We've had some really cool knives. We had a chainsaw. We had the Twisted Dream Knife. We had the Black Widow. I would say my personal favorite knife is the Black Widow. I think it just looks really cool. We had a competitive season where for the first time ever, the 1,000 point prize became a crafting ingredient. I think that's really original and unique. And of course, we had the arena, which again, I think the arena needs some work. There's some very glaring issues, but for a first attempt, it's really not that bad. Overall, I would say this was a really good event. So yeah, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. If you have tuned into every single Assassin Halloween event video, thank you guys so much for tuning into all of them. This was a really good event, but it seems like we have completed everything, unless Prisman updates the game again to add in a little bit more. I don't really know, but at the time of this recording, it seems like we are finished with the event. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video all the way through. The first 100 people to redeem this QR code will get a free Mystic Slugger exotic.